video should help you with subtracting decimals. So we have the length of Jasmine snakes in centimeters. As you can see, she's got 5 different snakes and they've already been measured. How much longer is Huggy than Jose? Longer is one of those ER words. ER words mean I'm always going to subtract. Taller, shorter, longer, heavier. So we got Huggy and Jose. And in the question, it tells me right here that Huggy is bigger because it listed him first. How much longer is Huggy than Jose? So I need to get Huggy written down, 94.2. And Jose is 73.08. Remember on decimals, the most important thing is to line up the decimal points like buttons on a shirt. So Jose is 73.08. And right away we have a problem because we don't have a digit above this 8. There's nothing there. What number means nothing? 0. So now we start subtracting. It's just like when we're subtracting whole numbers, except we're going to add a decimal point in at the end. 0 minus 8 I can't do, so he comes and borrows from his neighbor. 2 becomes 1, and 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 9 minus 7 is 2. And get that decimal point in there because it's got to be there. So Huggy is 21.12 centimeters longer than Jose. Let's try another one. How much longer is Stretch than D? Okay, so Stretch is the long one. He's 87. We got one of those numbers that doesn't have a decimal point. Think if this was 87 in dollars and no cents, I would be putting my decimal point there and my 2 zeros there. Let's just see how many zeros we're going to need. D is 56.6. And longer, remember, ER tells me I'm going to subtract. No number above the 6, we're making that a 0. 0 minus 6, got to go borrow. By the way, if you don't add that 0 and go borrow, you're going to get a wrong answer every time. So 0 borrowed from the 7 made him a 6. 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 6 minus 6 is nothing. And 8 minus 5 is 3. So Stretch is 30.4 centimeters longer than D. Try this one. How much longer is Gru than Hiss? Gru is 61. Hiss is 26.275. Remember, since the 61 doesn't have any and, there's no decimal point, the decimal point goes right after it. This time we're going to add 1, 2, 3 zeros to the 61 so that we've got a number above each of the digits. 0 minus 5, you can't do it. Can I come borrow from neighbor? Hey, neighbor. Nope, try my next neighbor. Hey, neighbor, can I borrow from you? Nope. Hey, you got a neighbor? Yeah. 1 becomes 0 and he becomes 10. Now the hundredths place comes back and borrows from the tenths, makes him a 9, he becomes 10. Then the thousandths place comes back and borrows from the hundredths and makes him a 9, he becomes 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is a 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. 0 minus 6 can't do it, so he's going to have to come and borrow. He becomes 5 and he becomes 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 5 minus 2 is 3. 34.725 centimeters. How much longer is Jose than D? So Jose is the bigger one, 73.08 on top, and 56.6 on the bottom. We're subtracting because it said longer. And one thing you notice right away is there's not a number below the 8. If there's nothing there, make it a 0. 8 minus 0 is 8. 0 minus 6, can't do. Come borrow from your neighbor. He becomes 2. He goes to 10. 10 minus 6 is a 4. 2 minus 6, can't do it. Come borrow from your neighbor. Make him a 6. He becomes 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. Put my decimal point in there. 16.48 centimeters. How much longer is Huggy than Stretch? So we got Huggy, 94.2. Stretch is 87. There's no decimal point. Oh yeah, it goes right after it if they don't have a decimal point. There's no number under the 2, so that becomes a 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 minus 7, can't do it. Can borrow from your neighbor. 9 goes to 8, he goes to 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 8 minus 8 is nothing. 7.2 centimeters. So we get pretty close to being the same length. Huggy and stretch. Last one, you try it out. Longer means I want to subtract. D is bigger than his. So put the 56.6 on top. His is 26.275. I have to add 2 zeros because there's nothing up there. 0 minus 5 can't do. Can't borrow from your neighbor. Can't borrow from that neighbor. That 0 comes and borrows from the 6, makes him a 5, and he goes to 10. Now the thousandths place comes back and borrows from the hundredths, makes him a 9, and he goes to 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is a 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 6 minus 6 is 0. 5 minus 2 is 3. 30.325 centimeters. And hopefully that video helps you with subtracting decimals. Most important thing is line up the decimal point, add zeros wherever there's a digit missing.